That was tough.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of stuff you don't anticipate.
It's one of those things that, because I can on recording play for myself, which I never can in concert, obviously, I thought, great, I can play for myself, direct the band, and then put my voice on afterwards, and then I'm doing everything that I do.
Yeah.
But then you get here and you think, shit, everyone's screened off, communication's not as easy, and then you're trying to concentrate on directing the band, trying to play, and you can't concentrate properly on either, and all the fiddly bits that you need to be directing your playing, and you think, this is the moment I should have hired a pianist and conducted the whole thing. But there we go.
Yeah. Trying to get the sort of ideas to what inspired you to make this happen.
Well, the whole thing started back in 2000. I was working on a production of Sweeney Todd in concert at the Royal Festival Hall, and was reuniting the original Sweeney, Len Cariou, from the States. And a great friend of mine is a deaf chap called Paul Whitaker, who runs the charity Music and the Deaf. And it's a fabulous charity that basically does everything to bring music to deaf people. So it goes into schools, working with school orchestras. He stands on the side of a stage in the West End sign interpreting the performances. That's how we met. And in 2000 he was putting together a big West End cabaret season up in Huddersfield, which is where his charity was based at the time. Right. And he said, Simon, as a musical director, you know lots of singers. I've got this star lined up, and I've got these 2 more dates I'm trying to fill. Who can you recommend to fill these dates? And totally tongue-in-cheek, I said, oh, I'll do one of them for you. And bless him, being deaf, I think he didn't quite lip-read my tone and took me a bit seriously. And so I ended up doing a spot for him in this season. Complete unknown. Nobody knew who the hell I was. And I used Ed and Jerry, who we're working with on this project. And that was our first show, and that kind of... It was a bit of a make or break tryout for me. It was, we'll do this, and if I get booed off the stage, I'll know never to do this again. Or, you know, it works, and we'll carry on. So since 2000, we've been doing shows very much the sideline. So, I mean, we're lucky to get 1 or 2 gigs a year because I'm fortunately so busy as a musician. But 2 years ago, I did a big concert. Lots of people were very generous and complimentary and were asking for a recording, and of course we hadn't had one at that point. So it was time to do this, and I've just been on tour for the last 2 years, so the last 2 years have been a waiting game for literally
when it happens,
scheduling, enabling it to happen. So here we are.
Yay!
At last.
And how you got into Angel Studios just as a favour, or was it something you'd arranged beforehand with someone, or?
I've been here before to record some stuff for West End shows, so that's how I knew of them, and I like the vibe here, so I called them up and told them what I was wanting to do, and yeah, I'm quite tickled that they're Angel Studios.
Why is that?
My little angel. So there's definitely something about this, because I called all the musicians who I've met doing all the jobs I've done as a musician, and they all immediately said yes, no question, of course we're there. The studio said, of course, how exciting, we can't wait to do it. And so yeah, there's a spooky, really nice feeling about doing all this.
Angelic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Somebody's definitely looking after us.
And yeah, and you know, obviously we're recording a lot of this on video or film. How does that impact on your performances and the reactions that you get from your performers and your artists?
Being filmed?
Yeah.
I think in its way, I mean, it's potentially quite intimidating, you know, and I think it's an intense enough experience in a recording studio anyway, and then you have a camera in your face, and but I think we've done really well. I, for one, haven't been aware of it hardly at all today, which is a good thing. And yeah, but I think with this group of people, they're incredibly passionate musicians, and so I think if anything, the intensity of filming adds to the buzz in the air and makes them play a little bit better.